Hey there! Let's talk about something that's been making a lot of noise lately. This is based on a report from the Washington Post, explained in my own way. If you like this style of explanation, let me know. Let's get started. Elon Musk's role in the US government and his controversial approach to shaking things up. It's a wild story, so let's break it down in a way that's easy to follow. Elon Musk is known for his bold, fast-paced style, whether he's running Tesla, SpaceX, or, more recently, his new venture inside the federal government called DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. His motto? Move fast and break things. This approach has worked for him in the tech world, but now he's applying it to the government, and it's causing quite a stir. What's DOGE all about? DOGE is Musk's attempt to streamline the federal government by cutting waste and inefficiency. A month into his campaign, DOGE claims to have saved $55 billion by canceling government contracts. But here's the catch. A Washington Post analysis found that many of these canceled contracts didn't actually save any money. Some even listed $0 in savings. Worse, the cuts have had some serious unintended consequences. For example, food aid stranded. Millions of pounds of food aid are stuck overseas because DOGE cut contracts at the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID, despite a court order to keep the aid flowing. Bird flu response disrupted. The Agriculture Department had to rehire several people fired by DOGE who were working on the bird flu outbreak. Their sudden dismissal put critical work at risk. Musk's leadership style: chaos and rebuilding. Musk's approach is all about slashing what he sees as broken systems and rebuilding them from scratch. It's similar to a budgeting strategy called zero-based budgeting, ZBB, where you start from zero and justify every expense. But Musk takes it to the extreme, often causing chaos in the process. For instance, when he took over Twitter, now X, in 2022, he fired about 80% of the workforce, including many content moderators. The result? Technical outages, a surge in hate speech, and a lot of unhappy users. Now, he's applying the same delete and rebuild approach to the government, which provides essential services that people rely on every day. Cybersecurity concerns. One big worry is cybersecurity. Musk's team has been accused of using personal laptops to access government systems, which can breach security policies. Experts warn that combining or copying government databases could lead to hacks or leaks. As John Gilmore, a cybersecurity expert, put it, "Move fast and break stuff. That's great in software." But when you're talking about the government, it's a lot more complicated because the government has an agreement with citizens. Public backlash. People aren't happy. Republican lawmakers have faced protests from constituents angry about federal layoffs and DOGE's access to personal data. A Washington Post Ipsos poll found that 49% of Americans disapprove of how Musk is handling his government job, while only 34% approve. Even President Trump, who's generally supportive of Musk, said he'd like to see him get more aggressive. Musk, for his part, has been pushing federal employees to prove their worth. He recently sent out an email asking all federal workers to summarize what they accomplished last week, warning that those who didn't respond would lose their jobs. This caused confusion, with some agencies telling employees not to reply, while Musk doubled down on X, saying anyone who didn't take it seriously would be out of a job soon. The bigger picture: Musk's vision for DOGE. Musk's goal with DOGE is to use technology to root out inefficiency and waste. He wants direct access to government data and systems so he can cut programs quickly without needing input from what he sees as untrustworthy bureaucrats. His team is mostly made up of young tech experts who work long hours at breakneck speed. One DOGE staffer, Christopher Stanley, even boasted about leaving work at 2:03 a.m., with Musk praising his dedication. But this approach has led to clashes with career government employees who feel disrespected and overwhelmed. For example, when DOGE representatives showed up at the FBI and demanded that employee databases be combined overnight, FBI workers pushed back, saying it wasn't feasible. The DOGE team insisted it could be done with just a handful of people, showing a lack of understanding of how government systems work. AI and the future of DOGE. Musk's team is also using AI tools to speed up the process of identifying programs to cut. At the Agriculture Department, an AI bot was reportedly used to hunt for spending that violated Trump's executive order banning diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs. This marks a shift from the previous administration, which had guardrails in place to protect civil rights when using AI. The takeaway: Elon Musk's move fast and break things approach might work in the tech world, but applying it to the federal government is a whole different ballgame. While DOGE claims to be saving billions, the real-world consequences like stranded food aid and disrupted public health efforts, are hard to ignore. Add in cybersecurity risks and public backlash, and it's clear that Musk's methods are as controversial as they are ambitious. What do you think? Is Musk's approach the shakeup the government needs, or is it causing more harm than good? Let me know your thoughts.